Unit 4, Lesson 4. As usual, you're looking for the tasks to complete for U4L4 under assignments or on the weekly calendar. Today's date is the 12th of January. We'll start off with our usual pair share. The question for today is, if you had 25 hours a day, how would you use your extra time? In other words, if you had one more hour a day to dedicate to something that you don't normally have time to spend on, right? So that's what I want to think about is like, what's something special, something you wish you had more time for, or you want to do more of? If you had an extra hour in the day to do that, what would that thing be? So think about that for 20 seconds, and we'll come back together. Joseph, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just finished breakfast. Sorry.
All right. Well, no, I'm glad you're here. All right. We'll come back together in 2 minutes. Remember to say hi and check in with the person you're in the room with as well. Rooms are open. Is homework check. You just had to make sure that you completed the classwork from our previous class, which was the EdPuzzle on the circulatory system and the summary drawing. So make sure you submitted those. Otherwise, it was a reading quiz on the Levine chapter from the biology textbook, which is looking great. I'm seeing 12 attempts for this class and pretty much 100% on each of the questions relating to that. So any questions or comments on those homework or past classwork assignments? All right, then let's see what you know. We'll do a short little Kahoot based on the circulatory system. See how well you do here. It's just going to be 10 questions, and some I think you'll know and some you'll have to guess at. Okay, so go to kahoot.it or the app. Game pin is 5398472. Please use your name or something close to it so we know who everybody is. All right, that's looking like everybody. Here we go, 10 questions. What is the function of the circulatory system? Great, pretty much everybody got it. It's a system of blood vessels that circulates blood around the body. It's all about transport. Okay, Harmony in the lead. What are the 3 essential components of the circulatory system? 3 essential components. Awesome, everyone got it. Heart, blood, and blood vessels. Seems very simple for such a complex system. Okay, Harmony still in the lead. Is blood a tissue? Very good. One person got it. Blood is indeed a tissue. Technically, so if you define the layers of structure, right, and this is probably something you just had to guess at, but you have cells. A collection of cells makes a tissue. A collection of tissues makes an organ. And so blood is technically a collection of cells working together, which qualifies it as a tissue. All right, Thomas in the lead now. What are blood vessels? How would you define blood vessels? Awesome. Yes. All right. They are the tubes that carry blood throughout your body to all your other tissues. Most of you got that. Okay, Thomas still in the lead. Halfway through now. What is the heart? How would you define the heart? Awesome. Everyone got it as a hollow organ located behind the sternum. It is funny, though, they have the option of the part of the body that processes emotions. For the longest time before anatomy was well understood, that's where a lot of people believed your emotions came from, was your heart, not your brain. How long would your blood vessels be if you laid them out in a straight line? All right, 5 of you got it. 96,000 kilometers, basically the longest distance that they list. You have a lot of blood vessels. You would also be dead if you did that. Put them all in a straight line. All right, Harmony in the lead. How much blood does the human body hold? If you were to take all the blood out of your body, what volume would it have? All right, 3 of you got it. It is 5.5 liters. I often think about it as like there's about 16 Nalgene's, where if you think about a Nalgene water bottle, there's about 6 of those in your body. Doesn't seem like as much as you would think. What is the difference between arteries and veins? Very good. Most of you got it. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, and veins carry blood back to the heart. Okay, second to last question. Why does the human heart have 4 chambers? Why 4 chambers? Very good. 5 of you got it. The human heart is a double circulatory system, right? Blood enters the heart twice on its path around your body, so you need 2 atria and 2 ventricles. Okay, Harmony still in the lead. Last question. What is the difference between red and white blood cells? Everybody got it, right? Red blood cells carry oxygen, nutrients, and wastes. White blood cells are your soldiers that fight infection. All right, way to go, Harmony, Jake, Val, Thomas, and Nathan, top 5. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, next thing I wanted to kind of show to you guys was a cool website that I found recently. It's on tasks to complete step number, let's see. This is step number 4. It's called Visible Body, the Circulatory System. If you click on it, it's just a cool thing that I encourage you to explore if you're curious about more circulatory system stuff. Here's what it looks like. Basically, each of these images here you can click on. It takes you to a separate page where they have some cool 3D images and other things you can explore. So just as an example, click on heart chambers and valve. And you can access more stuff that's just all behind a paywall. You have to like subscribe, but this is some of the free content that I think is interesting. But very cool, very detailed image of the heart, which again looks nothing like the cartoon versions that you see. But that big red structure coming off the top there, that is the aorta, biggest artery coming out of your heart right there. And then this one splitting into two different directions, that's your pulmonary artery going to your right and left lungs. But I like that you can see inside the heart too. So these are the valves, this white material here that basically they're the doorways that prevent blood from flowing backwards. And this is why, if you're curious, if you've ever heard these terms before, on the right side of your heart, you have what's called the tricuspid valve. It has 3 doorways. And on the left side is the bicuspid valve, only has 2. And then if you look at it this way, you can see the valves here between the ventricle and the artery, which actually have 3 sides to them. The other one is like right there. You can see it. So pretty cool to see all the muscle on the bottom too. So there's a lot of muscle in the heart that is used to pump the blood. And it's weird, but the heart needs blood as well, right? So it's weird to think, but the heart pumps blood to itself to feed its own muscle. And if you ever get a blockage in one of these, so if there's a block in one of the capillaries feeding the heart muscle, that's what causes a heart attack. So a heart attack results from not getting any oxygen or nutrients to the actual heart muscle, and so the heart muscle dies and can't beat anymore. So anyway, some cool stuff here to read about. Only other thing I'll show you is the arteries, veins, and capillaries, so the vessels. They kind of have a cool diagram here showing you just the complexity of how they branch out. Oh, this wasn't what I was expecting. But this is also a cool diagram showing you the layers inside the wall of an artery. Or this looks like a vein that has a little, you can just see the valve there that helps prevent blood from flowing backwards in your veins and allows your muscles to kind of push on them to push blood back towards the heart because it's under low pressure. So anyway, feel free to explore that on your own. I thought that was all pretty interesting. The main thing we're going to be doing today is a laboratory activity. So I direct you now to tasks to complete step number 5, the last one. There's a Canvas quiz right there called Sensing Circulation Lab Activity. Click on that. Please take your time, follow all of the instructions. It is a lab. It's going to involve you getting up and doing a little bit of exercise. You're going to need something to time with, so you can use your phone if you have a stopwatch. You're also going to need a calculator for some simple calculations. You can just use your phone again or your computer. And beyond there, just make sure you have a nice clear space where you can do just a brief amount of exercise. You're going to be feeling your pulse. So I'm going to time for 30 minutes to work through this. Let me know if you have questions. I'll track your progress on Canvas, and if it looks like a lot of you are done, we'll come back together. But 30 minutes to work on sensing circulation. Let me know if you need help or have questions.